what he did there. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Rachael Wanogho, also known as Rayche Riches. Welcome back to a little bit of something, and today I'm going to be doing a story time. Story. Once upon a time. Okay, so this is my first story time, and well, if this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me again. And yeah, so this is my story time about a time when I got scammed online. So you know that saying where they say most Nigerians are scammers, the African prince and whatnot. You know them. You and me, we know them. But this one is not even a situation of African prince or whatsoever. I think the African prince scamming technique has already been overused. But this happened to me back in 2016. Yeah, 2016, and I literally just finished my NYSC. Before I get into the story, don't forget to subscribe. Click that red button there, and also click the notification bell so that anytime I post videos, you'll be the first to know. Don't also forget to put a thumbs up, a like if you like this video. Okay, so let's get right into the story. So basically, this was actually an online scam, and let me just tell you how it went down. I was preparing for a wedding. Yes, I was to go for my friend's wedding, and we already had, you know, weddings in Nigeria now, bridal train and whatnot. You plan your dresses, you wear the same type of dresses, and then the same type of shoes if possible. So my friend had already sent me a message that the shoes that we're supposed to wear were a pair of nude colored shoes, and I didn't have any nude colored shoes. So that began my hunt looking for nude colored shoes. And I had this friend at the time who sold shoes, and I did try to, she traveled to Lagos and she came back and she wanted to sell the shoes to me, but the shoes didn't fit me. So I was really in a panic sort of situation, trying to find new pair of shoes. And then I went on Instagram. Now, if you don't know, I'll just put it out there. There are a lot of fraud accounts. I think it's something that people know, but I'll just reiterate it so that it's loud and clear. There are a lot of fraudulent accounts on Instagram. So if you do ever intend to make a purchase on Instagram, make sure that probably the account is verified and there is a face you can hold to. Just try as much as possible to make sure that it's legit enough before you go spend your hard-earned money. So I went on Instagram and I was browsing through, looking for where I could get the pair of my dream nude pumps, and I happened upon this page and I saw this pair of nude pumps. The heel, it had this stiletto heel about 6 inches. It was a dream. You know those dream shoes. I'm gonna see if I get a picture and I'll put it up here just so you can see the shoes. What I did was I sent a DM, like every willing customer would do. I sent a DM and I was like, okay, hello, I would like to get these shoes. How much is it? This, that. The account responded with time, told me how much it is. I can't really remember the exact figures, but I'm just going to give a random number. I think the person called it about between 25,000 to 30,000 naira. Let's say it was about 25,000 naira at the time, which is about 58 to 60 pounds at that time. Okay, which is pretty pricey for a good pair of shoes, because as I'm here now, I get shoes for at least within 10 pounds to about 25, depending on the grade of shoe. And at that time, I felt like 25,000 naira, it's really pricey, especially for someone who just finished NYSC and you just made 19,800 naira. So you're basically trying to manage the resources that you have, and so the person on the other end told me that it's 25,000 naira. And I was like, oh no, this is too expensive. That is there a discount or something that I actually already planned to pay 12,000 naira, which is about 28 pounds. The person was like, no, that I shouldn't pay 12,000 naira, that I should pay 15. And immediately the price had dropped from 25,000 naira to 15. So I was really like excited, and I was like, no, now please just remove that, you know, that excess. Okay, I'll pay 15, but 3,000 naira would be for delivery, because I was in Osun State at the time, and the person was going to be shipping it from Lagos. So the person said, through the chat, the person said to me that it would get to me in about a day. Yeah, that I was gonna get it the next day in the evening if I was able to make payments that same day, which basically meant that I was going to pay 15,000 naira. No, I'm not sure the amount of 15,000. I think it was 12,000 naira. I think we finally agreed on 12,000 naira. Okay, and at that time, to be honest, I personally had just 6,000 naira, which was half of that money. I had to reach out to to my friend. I'm sure she's watching this. She's like, I had to reach out to my friend to borrow the 6,000 naira, and of course she's my friend, so she's definitely gonna want to help me, because I told her the reason why I needed that money. And so she borrowed me half of that money, and then I joined it together with the half that I already had. And immediately I asked the vendor to send me the account details. They sent it to me, and it was in a personal name, Billy Keys. I still remember the name so clearly. Billy Keys, if you're out there, trust me, I've not forgiven you. So it was a Skybank account. Yes, I'll not forget ever. Even though Skybank is defunct now, they've now been merged. But at that time, so the owner of the online shop sent me the account details, and then with my hard-earned 6,000 naira and with my borrowed 6,000 naira, I transferred it to the account number, and that was when the wait began. So the next day, you know, I was, you know, the funny thing about it is that I didn't even think that it was possible for me to fall into, like, be a victim of being scammed online, because I've heard about it, you know, but you're just wondering, like, how, like, this is not gonna happen. That is quite impossible for it to happen. And so I basically just waited, and then the next day I sent a message like, oh, how far that is my shoe on its way to me? The person still responded, of course, definitely, you're gonna get it before the day runs out. And I was like, okay, thank God. Like, I was so excited. Like, I was so excited that I was gonna get the shoe of my dreams. You know that feeling when you're anticipating something, like you're waiting for something to come, and you're just waiting, praying. So I was waiting. The next day in the afternoon, I sent a message. The message didn't exactly deliver. Okay, and in the evening, you know, the time when it was time for me to receive my pair of shoes, my pair of dream shoes, that was when it dawned on me. No, it didn't dawn on me until I started like sending messages like, hello, how far now? Where are my shoes? So that day went off. The day the shoes were supposed to arrive went off. So the next morning I was like, how far? Where are my shoes? I didn't get any response. And then I realized that because I had the phone number of the person, and we were chatting on WhatsApp as well. So I just felt naturally that this person would pick up the phone, and I tried calling, but nothing was going on. Like, it wasn't ringing. And then I realized that the WhatsApp status was no longer showing online. And that's when the fear began to creep in. I was like, what's going on? Don't tell me that this happened to me. Like, please don't tell me that this happened to me. Like, this is supposed to be the shoe of my dreams. And so I was like, okay. So I still chilled, and I waited patiently, waited, and I was waiting, no response. Second day, I'm like, what the heck? And this transfer went through, my money went through. Why am I not getting my shoes? What is going on? And I was just like, literally just frustrated. And so I went to the Instagram account, and I tried to like sending messages like, how far? At that time, I was like, I was in shock. I was literally in shock, because I didn't believe that it was gonna happen to me. I was literally in shock. I know the money might not seem like a lot of money now, but then it was a lot. It's still a lot of money, like money that you worked hard for, plus I borrowed it, like really. So I was really frustrated, like I was really pissed. So I went to the Instagram page and I started checking, I was checking each and every post that the person had posted, and that was when I discovered that I'd been scammed. It was very painful, because first of all I realized that it's possible for people. It was that moment that I realized that people do buy followers on Instagram, number one. Secondly, I discovered that the person wasn't getting a lot of comments on their posts. Like there wasn't like a lot of engagements on the posts, which was a bit fishy. Like no engagements whatsoever on the post, no comments, no like serious like, but this person has like this huge amount of followership. So what I decided to do was I started commenting on the picture that, oh people, this account is a scam, beware of the fraud. And then when it now really dawned on me was when the person started blocking my comments. I was like, started deleting and blocking my comments. I'm like, oh, I see what you did there. So me, I am now the fool. Oh jeez, I am now the fool. And that time I was so pained. I was really so pained. Like a regular average Nigerian might have done. Maybe just rained a huge amount of curses on the person, cursed their ancestors and their generation, but I just didn't see the need. But it was really painful for me. I just felt like the person, whoever got that money, would not necessarily enjoy spending that money. And it's not a curse, it's just basic karma, like what goes around comes around kind of situation. And even though I don't know who that person is, if you're out there and you're watching this video, I was the one you scammed, and I know, and I've not forgotten. I've forgiven you, but I've not forgotten. Oh yeah. And so in short, I had a friend at the time who was working at Skybank, and I went to the bank to complain to see if it was possible for us to sort of like trace the owner of that account, and perhaps there's a way to get my money back. But the Nigerian banking system is such a serious mess in a way, because there's no way they do not have the resources that is required to investigate that kind of thing. And especially because I even sent the money to the account willingly. So it was really painful for me. It was such a painful experience. It was such a painful experience that I wrote a blog about it. I'm gonna put the link in the description box down below, because just I talked about Instagram online boutique. So I wrote a blog about my experience and things that you should basically just watch out for in order not to get scammed on Instagram. And that was the first part. The second story, it also happened on Instagram, and this happened through the Instagram stories platform. Those adverts that people run adverts all the time, and they do show up in the middle of your stories when you're trying to switch from one account to the other. And so I saw this advert about, I can't remember, I think it was for wristwatch or so. Now, the money I got scammed off was not really a lot. It's just painful that it happened. Okay, so it's not the money, it's the fact that people are leveraging on the quick need to buy something affordable, something like that. So if you are a thrifty kind of person and you're living on a budget and you just want to wear the best things but not have to spend so much, you have to be very careful about buying things online. I'm not saying don't buy, because we do have some legit companies out there and legit individuals who are hustling right, but also be very careful and be very wary before you like swipe your card or make a payment online, because these online scammers, they're like everywhere. They sort of like penetrated everywhere, and they've sort of like, as much as possible, tried to tie loose ends when it comes to the kind of information they put. Now this particular Instagram story, they actually had a website. So it just goes to show you like the amount of energy that these people put just to get people and scam people. And I think the amounts they put that day on that stuff they were selling, I think it was about $1 or so. But imagine multiplying that dollar by 500 other vulnerable people who do not know that this is a scam. They're going to make $500 off that platform. alone, and who knows how many other people, imagine the billions of people that are on Instagram alone who had probably seen that advertisement and decided that, oh, I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna buy this, you get. So I clicked on that link. They had a website, a durable website. They had pictures of the product. They had a checkout. They had an email. Like, everything was just well organized on the website. And I thought, and that was when I learned the lesson that not everybody who has a website is actually genuine. There are people that buy domain names and they just design it to their taste. These are people that are tech savvy, people that they know what people want. Probably they've worked in the industry before and sort of like fell out, maybe due to theft, or maybe they stole in the company and nobody will hire them and they're just looking for a way to get by and make more money off people's foolishness or people's naivety. People's naivety. So you have to be very careful. That was not my only experience. I had one more experience that happened to me recently here in the UK. So I think after that last experience, and it was the same thing through Instagram. This one, they even reached out to me. They reached out to me, to my DM. They talked about a collab, something. They even sent me like a discount code, but I didn't use that code. Like, I waited for like several months before I even went ahead to make a purchase on that website. I sent a message to their customer care to ask. I'm not gonna expose the name. If you need to know the name, you can send me a DM on Instagram and I'll respond. I'm not gonna send the name because I'm still hoping they are genuine, but if they are not, then I'm gonna call them out. And so I went to the email that they sent to me. Then they sent this other one about a bonus that they were running on their website, and I basically just like, okay, fine. It looks like these people are genuine because they're sending you like series of emails. They look like they have a legit platform. They have like a customer service base and whatsoever. But till today, the money that I paid, I haven't seen the money, and I paid through PayPal. So you know, sometimes you pay through PayPal, you think it's original enough. People also like use PayPal as a platform to extort other people. So the fact that they're using PayPal does not necessarily mean it's legit. PayPal is a legit platform, but some of the people who are using PayPal might not be as legit as you might think. So I used PayPal to make that payment, and I did expect that, and they had their account's name on the business. So I'm literally just waiting on my own end for my product to arrive, and today my product has not arrived, and I ordered for it about 2 months ago. So you can imagine, I feel like this is a bit like tricky, and this is a bit like I don't trust this at all. So basically, guys, I hope you were able to pick up a thing or two from today's story time. So those are basically the experiences I've had being scammed on Instagram. So let me know in the comment section down below any other experiences that you've had being scammed, and how you were able to discover it and how you realized that it was actually a scam. Share in the comment section below. Let us console ourselves. Let's console ourselves. Okay, so share your experience down in the comment section down below, and don't get me started on MMM. Don't get me started on that. That was such an experience. So thank you guys so much for watching my story time today. I truly hope you enjoyed it, and I truly hope that you're making the best of the self-isolation situation that's happening all over the world. Stay healthy, keep clean, eat well. Make sure you rest as much as enjoy yourself, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you follow me on my social media. I'm on Instagram. Yes, I'm on Instagram, and I'm not a scammer, at Rayche Riches. And thank you. I will see you in my next video. Bye.